Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I would like to now call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everybody to the meeting of the Charlotte Unified Development Board of Adjustment, known as UDO, on today, February 27th, 2024. My name is Douglas Wilson, and I am the chair of the board. Also sitting on today's board is Deborah Dryden, Hamilton Court, Amy Sun, Marshall Williamson, and Kevin Shea. Also present are Solomon Fortune, our zoning administrator. I thought I saw Lisa. Lisa McCarter, planning program manager. John Kingley, senior project manager. Crystal Roman, planner. Kamisha Lampley, clerk to the board. We also have Jill Sanchez Myers, our senior assistant city attorney, and also advisor to the board, and Candy Thomas is our court reporter. Each of today's hearings is a quasi-judicial evidentiary hearing. That means it is like a court hearing. State laws set specific procedures and rules concerning how this board must make its decision. These rules are different from other types of land use decisions like rezoning cases. The board's discretion is limited. The board must base its decision upon competent, relevant, and substantial evidence in the record. A quasi-judicial decision is not a popularity contest. It is a decision constrained by the standards and the ordinances and based on the facts presented. If you will be speaking as a witness, please focus on the facts and the ordinances, standards, not personal preferences or opinion. Parties with standings have rights to participate fully. Parties may present evidence, call witnesses, and make legal arguments. Parties are limited to the applicant, the city, and individuals who can show they will suffer special damages. Other individuals may provide testimony as witnesses when recognized by the board. My apologies. Witnesses must swear or affirm their testimony. Any individual wishing to speak as a witness today was required to sign up. If you haven't done so, please do so now. General witness testimony is limited to facts, not opinions. For certain topics, this board needs to hear opinion testimony from expert witnesses. These topics include projections about impacts of property values and projections about impacts of increased traffic. Individuals providing expert opinion must be qualified as experts and provide the factual evidence upon which they base their expert opinion. While hearsay evidence is not specifically excluded, it is only given limited weight. The parties to each case are entitled to an impartial decision maker. A board member may not participate in a hearing if she or he has a fixed opinion about the matter, a financial interest in the outcome of the matter, or a close familial business or associational relationship with an affected person. The parties to each case also have a right to an ex parte communication to be disclosed. Ex parte communication is any communication about the case outside of the hearing. That may include site visits as well as conversations with parties or to the general public. At the start of each case, any potential conflict of interest or ex parte communication should be disclosed by a board member, if applicable. These matters may also be raised by an affected party. Today's meeting will follow the order printed on the agenda. We've made some changes, but it will follow the order. The board will hear two types of cases: applications for variances from the regulations in the zoning ordinance or UDO, and the appeal of historic district commission, the district commission decision. The order of the regular agenda would be as follows. All parties who plan to give testimony must be sworn in. A zoning staff member will present a summary of the variance request. The board may question the staff member, and then the applicant may question the staff member. The applicant presents their testimony for the case. The board may question the applicant, and the zoning staff may question the applicant. The applicant may present other sworn witnesses. They will also be subject to questioning by the board and staff. Other parties wishing to speak for or against an application will be given reasonable time to present sworn testimony. The staff and then the applicant will be given an opportunity for rebuttal. After hearing each case, the board will review each case and render a decision. This is usually done in closed deliberations after hearing each case. The chairperson calls for a motion and a second to approve or deny the variance or appeal. In the case of an appeal, the chairperson calls for a motion and a second to uphold, modify, or reverse the administrator's decision. The decision will be made by a simple majority vote of the board. However, the board may elect to take up to 30 days to render a decision. You may remain present during the deliberations, or you may call the zoning staff after the session to receive the decision of the board. All exhibits must remain with the board. If your case is not appealed to Superior Court after 30 days, you may pick them up or they will be destroyed. Appeal from this board is to the Mecklenburg County Superior Court. You have 30 days from the date of the board's written decision in which to appeal in accordance with North Carolina General Statute 140D-405B. In order to receive a written copy of the decision, an aggrieved party must file a written request for a copy of the board's decision by filling out the form, which must be filed with the board clerk or chairperson at the time of the hearing. Okay. All right. I know that on the agenda, we have elections of officers, and we have approval of minutes. I've been advised by the zoning administrator to move the January 30th, 2024 minutes as our first agenda item. And board members, you should have a copy of that. The September 2023 minutes are not ready yet, so they'll probably be brought up at the next meeting. So I'm not sure if board members have any objections to the minutes. If not, if there's a motion to approve the minutes from January 30th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve.
Dryden, second.
A motion was made to approve the minutes from January 2024 by Mr. Shea, a second by Ms. Dryden. Now we'll move into a roll call vote. Mr. Shea?
Shea, yes.
Ms. Dryden?
Dryden, yes.
Mr. Court?
Court, yes.
Ms. Sun?
Sun, yes.
And you're sitting on the side? Okay, you're out right now. Okay. All right, great. So the minutes from January 30th, 2024
Mr.
have
Chair,
been
you forgot to
approved.
vote.
Yes, ma'am.
You forgot to vote.
Aye, sorry. Okay. All right, so I said aye, and the minutes have been approved from January. All right. Moving back to our original agenda, next would be the election of officers. I decided to go ahead and just go with that. I think it would be good, whoever the new officers are, to get a good understanding of how the meeting works. And so, staff, how do you want me to handle this election process, and our attorneys as well?
So you all should have little ballot cards that have the names of the regular members on it. So you could take take nominations for who would be nominated for each of those positions. And then out of those nominations, each of the members circle who you want to vote for if there's more than one nomination. And then whoever got the most votes would determine who the board member or the chair or vice chair would be. I also want to mention we have two new alternate members, Mr. Wes Davis and Mr. Gary Young. And after you do the election of officers, they'll need to be sworn in as members, and we have Kirk McSwain here present to handle the swearing in of those board members.
Okay. All right. Okay, sounds easy enough. Things this meeting is not always easy, but we'll see. All right. Are there any nominations from the floor for the office of chair?
I nominate Ms. Deborah Dryden as chair and Mr. Kevin Shea as vice chair.
All right. Are there any other nominations? I'm going to repeat it 3 times. They doing parliamentary procedure. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Okay, nominations are closed at this time. So we have for chair, Ms. Deborah Dryden, and for vice chair, Mr. Kevin Shea. So I guess you want them to circle them and turn them in?
Guess since you only had one nomination for each, you could just do a roll call vote for each of those.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no other nominations, so congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. So with that said, I guess Deborah will be running the meeting, right? Okay. Congratulations, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
I just want to say it's been a pleasure serving on this board for 6 years. I've seen a lot of staff come and go. The only staff that was here when I was here was Tari and Candy. That's it. Everybody's brand new. Jill, you came in a little bit afterwards. So, but thank you very much. I guess, what do I do now? Do I back away from the dais or do I stay here? All right. Well,
You can hang out, stick around if you want. That's fine.
I'll turn the microphone over
Thank you.
to Mr. Dryden.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, thank you very much.
We really appreciate Doug. He took over as chair during COVID and when we were doing Zoom
Right.
calls. So it was quite an adventure. And that's when I came on the board 3 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to turn it over to Jill Sanchez Myers to discuss case 2023-043.
Okay, and thank you, Madam Chair. And for the record, I just want to reflect that Marshall Williamson has been seated at the board now that Mr. Wilson has stepped away, and also that Assistant City Attorney and Nicole Hewitt is also present. So board members, this matter was placed back on the agenda pursuant to the order of Mecklenburg County Superior Court entered February 15th, 2024. This variance denial was appealed to Superior Court by the property owner, and the court reversed that decision and remanded it back to the board with instructions to issue the variance with a specific condition. The city has taken steps to appeal the court's decision to the North Carolina Court of Appeals, so the board will not be taking any action pending appeal or until further instruction. So that's it for this item.
Thank you. All right, we have case 2024-0004, and at this time, the applicant is requesting a 1-month continuance to the March meeting. Would you like to speak to that?
That's correct.
Mr. Murray?
David Murray for the petitioner. We just need a 1-month continuance.
Do I hear a motion for the 1-month continuance?
Move to continue for 1 month.
Thank you, Mr. Court. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Williamson,
Yes.
Mr. Court,
Yes.
Mr. Shea,
Shay, yes.
Ms. Sun,
Sun, yes.
Dryden, yes. So we are postponed for 1 month. Thank you, Mr. Murray. Okay. The next case is case 2022-051. And again, this is Mr. Murray. I'm sorry. Mr. Murray, would you like to make the request?
Yes, this appeal, I represent the petitioners, and we are requesting a 6-month continuance.
Do I hear a motion to accept a 6-month continuance for this case?
Move to accept a continuance.
Thank you, Mr. Court. Do I hear a second?
Shay, second.
Okay, Mr. Williamson,
Yes.
Mr. Shea,
Shay, yes.
Ms. Sun,
Sun, yes.
Mr. Court.
Court, yes.
Okay, we are postponed until August meeting. Thank you, Mr.
Ms. Dryden, you forgot to vote.
Oh, Dryden, yes, excuse me.
Can I ask a question about the last one of the attorney? This is the county or the city fire department that wants to build a fire station on a street, and the petitioner is the party that is continuing is the party that does not want the fire station built on the street. Is that correct?
It's not
Oh.
the city.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
It's a-
remind me the
it's a
facts.
volunteer private fire department.
Okay.
So Mr. Murray's client appealed a decision,
Mhm.
correct, of the city's decision, and that's who's requesting it's a
Appealed,
continuance
okay.
of an appeal.
All right. And it is the volunteer fire department that wants to build this building? Have they been represented? I mean, I guess they have the opportunity to come in here and object to this continuance. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, they've been notified of today's hearing, I assume.
There's a
Please
sign
confirm.
on their
Okay,
property.
perfect. Thank you.
Okay, well, that concludes our business for today.
Do you want to
Did you need to go into closed
Yeah.
session as well?
Yeah,
We're
let's
going to
have
do the
the,
swearing in first, but the cases are finished, but we want to swear in the new, our new board members. So at this time, Mr. McSwain, if you'll come forward and,
The new members could approach the table for the returning members could also rise and place your left hand on the Bible. And raise your right. And then,
Sworn in.
repeat after me. Oh, sorry, only the Ms. Son and Mr. Williams, they're
Oh.
reappointed.
okay.
To be clear, thank you.
Sorry, you said,
Okay, repeat after me. I do solemnly and sincerely swear
I do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to
to the state of North Carolina,
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the
constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established for the government thereof.
which are and may be established for the government thereof.
And that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend
And I endeavor to support, maintain, and defend
the Constitution of said state,
the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
as a member of the Unified Development Ordinance Board of Adjustment.
as a member of the Unified Development Ordinance Board of Adjustment.
All right, congratulations, you're all sworn.
oh, yay.
and Madam Chair, it might be a good idea for the new members to introduce themselves to everyone. Everyone kind of introduce yourself to the new members, maybe a little bit about yourself and
Okay.
how long you've been on the board.
So if you'll put the microphone, either one of you may start, if you'll state your name for us and a little bit of your background, that would be cool. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gary Young. Born and raised here in Charlotte. Served on a number of boards here in the city. Former president and chairman of the Charlotte Black Chamber of Commerce. Currently in supply diversity within corporate America. But thank you, and I'm humbled to be a part of this board.
My name's Wes Davis. I moved to Charlotte about 3 years ago. Previously lived in the Dallas, Texas area, served on the Planning and Zoning Committee there, and was looking for an opportunity to get involved here. So thank you for having me.
Welcome to the board. We appreciate you being here and we look forward to serving with you.
And I'll go ahead and just introduce myself to them so we can keep
That's
on
fine.
going down the line. So I'm Hamilton Court. I'm an architect. I've been involved with land use and in the community, and I live in the Plaza Midwood community, and I've been involved on that land use committee for about a decade. And that's my story.
Hello, my name is Amy Sun, and I've been with this board for 2.5 years. And I'm a real estate investor and general contractor, investing mostly within Charlotte for the past 10 years in affordable housing.
I'm Deborah Dryden. I've been on this board for 3 years. I was appointed just before the pandemic set in. I'm retired educator. I worked 32 years in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. And I wanted to be involved in city planning, in the activities of the city. I'm very interested in government. And so I had the opportunity to apply for this board and fortunate enough to get on it. Thank you.
My name is Kevin Shea. My company is a land developer and a licensed general contractor, and I've been in Charlotte for about 35 years. So it's now home.
You're a native.
Yeah, I'm native.
I'm Marshall Williamson, born and raised in Charlotte. I'm a commercial real estate broker. And I just wanted to find a way to give back a little bit of my time and effort to the city where I grew up, and appreciate all the efforts that the government makes to make it a better place.
All right, this concludes the open meeting part of our agenda today. We will now go into closed session. Thank you for your participation.